Buhay Online, chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mommy, si Jaye Bautista.
A very happy and good morning, a Monday morning to everyone. Maraming magandang bagay na pwede mangyari sa atin for this week that we can look forward to. And I trust that everyone had a good weekend, a good, restful, and peaceful, and safe weekend. I, for one, I had a very good weekend dito sa Pampanga. I had a chance to get some fresh air dito sa barrio. Nagkaroon kami ng get together, of course, with safety, social distancing protocols naman. Nakamask naman kami, pero yun na nga, in some ways we removed the mask pagkakain. Hello there, JR. Good morning. I want to welcome JR Lakap to the show. Thank you for visiting the show and joining me here this morning. Maraming salamat. Yun nga, yung the other day, yung binroadcast ko yung tungkol sa Milk Tea Plus ni JR at ang kanyang family business. Pag nasa Pampanga kayo, sure, kung gusto niyo ang milk tea, ayan na, JR, punta kayo sa Milk Tea Plus. Okay? Meron silang branches sa last nakakabukas lang. Saka dun sa, mas dito sa Pampanga, yung Milk Tea Plus. Okay? And of course, I want to welcome Tita Agnes Lakap to the show. Yan palagi nagsusupport sa atin ng Lakap family. Yan, Tita Agnes and Tita Pri. Yan si Tita Pri Maniago had a birthday kahapon at yun ang sinelebrate namin sa barrio. And of course, dahil nga, because ang subject matter natin this week is technology per se at yung impact ng technology sa ating mga buhay. And yun nga, kagaya ng kahapon, yung celebration kahapon, syempre, hindi na nag-umbitan ng mga maraming tao because now of social distancing and all. People were able to share yung sasalo-salo namin kahapon online because of technology, right? Because of technology, we're able to live stream like this now, today. Maraming talaga ang technology na nadulot sa ating buhay, right? Because technology is all about the changing of ideas into something tangible. Kasi innovation tsaka technology go hand in hand. Innovation is not only for those organizations or mga individuals na creative, but also requires the presence of scientific tsaka technological talent na. Technology, na walang pagduda, technology has without a doubt transformed our lives o binagong ating mga buhay into something much better, right? Tsaka yun, like I always say I'm tagged as Techie Mommy because I've always been fascinated with technology, right? Mula nung bata pa ako, naglalaro ako ng mga video games and Game and Watch, tsaka mga Nintendo, tsaka ano ba yung tawag doon? Atari. Diyos ko, hindi naabutan yan, JR. Hindi mo alam yan. Kasi yung mga Atari, I've always liked technology talaga, even growing up as a child. Kaya nga ako naging Techie Mommy, right? Tapos anong impact ng technology sa buhay natin? We will go through it one by one in different aspects of ng buhay natin na naapektuhan ng technology. Kasi if we were to compare the way we live today, and how life was a few years back, mapapansin natin how much technology has really transformed our lives, right? It has given us a lot of freedom and also a lot of ways to save on resources tsaka time, di ba? It is not possible to give one particular type of technology credit for all this. Kasi nga, ang technology ay naapektuhan ng buhay natin sa iba-ibang aspeto, right? Pero, of course, as a whole, our lives per se, right? Kasi how much the economy of a nation has grown can be measured by measuring the level of technology na naabot na ng isang bansa, right? This is all due to the fact that there are various factors that affect how an individual lives. Diba? Iba-ibang factor at saka aspeto ng buhay natin ang nagawa ng kabutihan ng technology. The most vital factor dictating how a certain technology works is the presence of competition. A type of technology will only be beneficial until its advancement is produced. Ibig sabihin, ang technology is moving so fast, like, na yung, kunyari, yung advancement or yung technological find or yung outbreak or yung discovery ngayon, in a few months or even a few weeks, or magbabago na kaagad yun. So, paano na in-impact ng technology ang ating lives? How did it affect our lives? One piece of technology that has been most effective in our lives today is, of course, the use of cell phones, right? Diba? Which is today considered a show of civilization. Talaga naman, lahat may cellphone. Kahit na yung nagtitinda ng balot, nagtitinda ng fishball, nagtitinda ng anything, lahat may cellphone. Owing to the many changes taking place in the technological world, di ba? Yung ating pagiging dependent on technology is growing with each passing day. But truth be told, or kahit ayaw natin itong tanggapin, totoo naman talaga, tayo naging dependent na sa technology. And lalo na ngayon, itong pandemic na to, right? If it were not for technology, my goodness, siguro lalo na tayong nabaliw to be confined to our homes, lalo na tayong nasira ang ulo, lalo na maraming mga suicide dahil sa depression. Thank God for technology and the internet, of course. Yan ang nakatulong ng mabuti to how we are coping with this pandemic situation. Yun na nga, yung ating, there are advancements o yung mga developments that take place na mabilis. Mabilis kasi ang turnover ng technology in the sense of, yun na nga, yung advancements, yung mga pag-invento, yung mga cellphone, the latest models, di ba? Kakabili mo pa lang kunyari ng latest na ng iPhone, ilang months after, meron na namang bagong version, right? So, there are advancements that take place at a very fast rate to the point that at one point, they turn out to be self-defeating. Yun na nga, linalabanan nila yung sarili nilang, di ba? Grabe, yan, yung pag-measure ng marketability ng isang cellphone or gano'ng kabilis magpalit ka ng cellphone. The ability to transform, kunyari, carbon dioxide to fuel energy is a great breakthrough, di ba? And the moment it is well set up, it will forever change the way we depend on limited and non-renewable resources, okay? The use of the internet, is growing. Diba? Yan ang pinag-usapan natin this past week, how the internet, by way of social media, has impacted our lives, right? The internet literally links more than 700 million people from all over the world, from all corners of the world, bawat sulok ng mundo. This technology is without doubt state-of-the-art and has served to greatly better the way we communicate and also the educational standards. Yun nga talaga eh. Di ba, na-mention natin talaga, iba't ibang aspeto ng buhay natin ang naapektuhan ng social media as much as iba-iba ring aspeto ng buhay natin ang naapektuhan ng internet. Right? Kaya nga, oops, ano ba nangyari sa akin? What happened? All right, anyway. So yeah, so that's what we're tackling today, right? How technology has affected our lives. Okay? Owing to this great innovation in technology, yung mga cellphone and all those things, it is possible for a person to get information on any topic from anywhere at any time dahil sa internet, dahil sa technology. Hindi na tayo ngayon kailangan pumunta ng library na physical, di ba? Google is our friend, right? Yun na lang ang kailangan natin sometimes. Pero, like pinag-usapan natin pa ulit-ulit, you just always have to verify the news or the information or the data that you get online or through the internet. Okay? It has made education easily available to each and every person, right? It has also made improvisations on how many ways we use to satisfy our needs and to meet all our expectations. Yung functionality ay nasa sa internet. At ito, and of course, internet is because of technology. It has provided us with much easier and faster ways or access to solve problems or to get answers uh, and to resolve urgent problems, right? Okay. Ano ang importance? Okay, pardon me. Dapat nating maintindihan that we live in a world of advanced technological inventions already that we find useful and convenient for our daily lives. Over the past couple of decades, diba, technology has simply become an essential part of our lives. Talagang naging ano na nga tayo eh. Marami, yun na nga. Siyempre, with that, nangyari yung mga social addiction, mga uh, social media addiction. Pero kasi, it has really influenced our lives, lalo na ngayon, okay? It's become essential, whether we realize it or not, yung internet or yung technology is talagang naging essential na nga siya, parang lugaw, hindi, parang pagkain, okay? One could easily overlook the fact that technology has made our living easier. Totoo naman, it's made things more convenient, it's made data or information more accessible, and of course our lives have become more enjoyable because of the facility o yung convenience na natutulong ng internet sa atin sa pagbubuk ng ah, mga accommodation, sa pagbubuk ng mga travel, right? However, it doesn't make it any less of a fact na mayroon ding mga disadvantages yung pagiging online, right? Yung pag-asa sa technology. Kasi there are still some things, of course, that we can do and have to do in person, right? Or manually, okay? If you take a moment to think about the way technology impacts our lives, pag inisip nyo, you'll probably come to the conclusion that, syempre, meron pa rin kailangan mga ibang gawin na hindi iasa sa technology, okay? Okay, sa isahin natin, okay, kung paano ang impact ng technology sa ating society, alright? They say kasi, sabi nila, technology improved our lives. Oo naman talaga, in a big way. Nagbago talaga ang ating buhay, nag-improve ang ating mga lives because of technology. But, posible kaya na this technological rapid growth is totally harmless mong masasabi? Well, based on the past lessons that we had, or lessons or past talks that we've had, diba, meron din talagang pros and cons, okay, ang technology. Kasi nga, and it boils down to the fact kung anong klaseng tao ang mga gumagamit ng technology. Kasi nga, yun na nga, yung mga cyber crimes na nag-proliferate, o yung mga cyber scams or online scams na nag-proliferate, it boils down to the fact na yun na nga, kung ang tao ay masama o hindi. They use technology for their own good, for their own advantage. Yun na nga, to do anomalous things or mga masamang bagay like crimes or pangloloko, panggagancho, right? Hindi lang sa pera, pati yung mga relationships. Diba? Yung mga fake na relationships, yung mga romance scammers na na-mention natin before. Kasi, ayun pa, using tech gadgets on a daily basis pa, diba? Yun pa, yung paglalaro ng video games na dapat na merong mga you call this, you have to yung time management ng mga nag-aaral online as opposed to leisure time na na-spend online. Kailangan talaga kailangan i-supervise or i-manage yung time. While there's no denying that many of us are highly dependent on technology, talaga naman yun. I am guilty of that too. Because talaga, my kabuhayan is online, right? My kabuhayan is mixed or actually nakadikit sa technology. It is important then na dapat nating tandaan that the technology can both have a positive and negative impact on our daily lives in all possible aspects, right? Whether it's technology, education, business, family life, di ba? Yun ang ating mga pinag-usapan recently how it affects the family also, or virtual relationships as opposed to real life relationships, right? Pero sa business, maraming advantages. But of course, yun, we just have to watch out for the fact that there are also disadvantages, right? Technology's contributions to making our lives easier, more convenient, and more pleasant, truth be told, in some ways, di ba, it has made us a little bit more complacent or lazy. Totoo. Dahil hindi lang sa pag-aaral di ba, yung nga, kagaya nan, especially nowadays na ang ating educational system is online or modules dahil wala pa nga face-to-face. Yun, yung mga bata na nag-aaral, ay minsan, di ba, nagiging tamad sila kasi online, especially kung marami kang nakabukas na windows or marami kang ginagawa, ayun, ah, nagiging tamad. Okay? Very good. So, that is how, okay, that is how we can say that the technology has a disadvantage. Because this is a live program, could you hold on for a second, please? Dahil meron akong naaamoy na nasusunog. Hold on 1 second, please. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. This is live stream, live, and I'm back. Okay, sorry ha, kasi ito na nga, ito mga ano ng work from home and working from home. Um, I just had to turn off the oven kasi nasusunog yung niluluto ko. But anyway, so okay, let's look at the positive impacts. Right? Isa-isay natin positive impacts of technology. Okay. Kunyari, if we were to write all or talk about all the positive impacts of the technology, that would take us a long time. Mahabang kulang nga isang oras. Kasi it takes us back mga 10 years of searching, researching, and writing to include literally everything na magandang impact ng technology. Kasi ang technology has been here for a while, right? But that doesn't mean that we cannot note some of the most important or significant changes na ginawa ng technology na nangyari sa ating mga buhay because of mga advancement at development sa technology. Pwede nating ibanggitin yung mas mga importante or yung naging mas nagmarka sa buhay natin na effect ng technology. One of the most absolute and most significant technological advances is, of course, the internet, right? Thank God. Because of it, I am live streaming and broadcasting to you right now. The internet is a specific source of technology that changed our lives completely, di ba? Just think about the internet that has allowed us to communicate with people all around the world and get all the information we seek. Diba, naalala nyo naman before talaga, kailangan, of course, technology din ang advancement niyan, nung araw, isang telepono. Nung nag-invento si Alexander Graham Bell ng telephone, that's technology, of course, right? It's just evolved na lang now into a more convenient way, which is the of internet na nagumpisa sa dial-up, 'di ba? Sa voice over IP, sa Wi-Fi, sa fiber, which is DSL ngayon. Pero umpisa pa yan ng technology sa pag-invento ng telepono. Dati, telegrama, to telepono, to landline, to cellphone, to internet, right? Tapos, because of technology, we are able to research anything and find out things that we need to know about certain things, certain issues. Okay? Kunyari, psychologist ka, nag-research ka, gusto mo basahin yung mga studies about psychology or anything, right? Ganitong kinds of technological advances talagang very helpful and fruitful kasi nga, you can research a lot of things online. Pero yun, verify the source first before you repost or before you use it as material for your studies. I-verify nyo muna na tama yung information na kukuha nyo at legit yun, okay? These technological advances help us to overcome the only obstacles ng time and space that stand in our way of learning about other cultures, di ba? Kung hindi tayo makatravel, pwede ka mag-virtual tour di ba? Yung isip mo, pwede mag-virtual tour dahil sa makikita at malalaman mo through the internet. Diba? There's a wide, yung World Wide Web talaga really, really wide, right? There's a whole new world of information that you can get from the net na hindi ka kailangan umalis sa bahay mo para malaman or mabasa about, right? Hindi ka na talaga kailangan pumunta physically sa library ng eskwela because you can actually research it online, right? How to maintain family relationships, communicate conveniently with anyone, anywhere in the world, world talaga. It has already also actually it's also been a way to better one's social skills. Yun na nga yung pinag-usapan natin. Yung mga sa social media, nag-chat sa social media, belonging to networks or groups, those who have a little bit of a problem with their social skills in person, in a way, naku-cure nila yan online by making friends online. And in a way, in a good way, nakakatulong yan sa moral ng mga tao, in a lot of ways talaga, right? And that in itself are good reasons for the internet, for technology to come into play, right, in our lives. Many of us cannot imagine our lives without computers anymore or the internet, di ba? Talagang uncalled for. Or our cell phones. Hindi ka na mawalay sa cellphone mo talaga even for 1 minute, right? Tanggapin natin yan, ang ganyan ng society natin ngayon. Because we're full of technology that we take for granted and never actually notice its impact. That's until we find ourselves without our phone, electricity, water, or transport. Doon lang natin malalaman, oh my gosh, sobra na pala yung dependence natin sa technology, right? If you're wondering how does technology affect our society, it's definitely positive. Thanks to technology, we're able to reconnect, di ba, with our old high school, elementary, or friends, or people that we came across with sa work, or relatives that are away from us, diba? It keeps us, it's easier to keep in touch with our friends when we're on a tight schedule, or interact or communicate with our friends and relatives or old schoolmates on the other side of the planet. Tapos, of course, it's more convenient. Because pagka nagkahanap pa na kayo sa Facebook or sa Instagram or sa whatever platform ng social media, the thing is madali na lang to keep in touch via FaceTime ng araw or Skype or of course, and then meetings nyo through Zoom. It's been easier to keep in touch with our friends when we're on a tight schedule because of our school or work, right? Kasi text away, pwede ka mag-iwan ng message, pwede ka mag-email. But the use of this technological advance is far greater and more important than we can ever imagine, right? Kunyari, diba? Yung mga event planners or yung mga wedding planner, nowadays pwede ka na magplano ng trip, ng wedding, ng event, nang hindi ka kailangan umalis sa bahay mo para pumunta na sa opisina na magpa-plan. Kasi nga lahat virtual na. Kunyari, mga trips that you have to organize or want to put together. The internet allows any person to get any sort of information they're looking for from anywhere in the world, di ba? Yan ang kagandahan talaga eh. Kasi global ang expanse, global ang reach, right? You can contact anybody from anywhere around the world na may internet. Kung gusto mong malaman ng mga companies or mga suppliers or mga resources, right? With any information being only a click away, isipin nyo lang, education has never been more available and more affordable to every person. Like yun nga, education-wise, tutoring, training-wise, there's lots of resources online that you can tap. Kunyari, yung mga homeschooling o yung mga online courses that you can take, napakadami. No? Napakadaming opportunity, napakadaming resources na pwede nating maabot by just clicking, right? By just a click, right? We are able to learn new things, new languages, new skills, and take online courses in your comfortable chair or even sa bedroom mo, sa sala mo, or kahit saan, in a cafe. Because nga, yung technology, it has also brought about gadgets na convenient para sa atin na bit-bit lang natin kahit saan tayo nandun, which is our cellphone, na nowadays are all smartphones. Ang ating cellphone ay para na rin computer, para na rin laptop. Kasi from there, we can learn, we can do those things that we can do on a desktop also from using those smartphones. So you can actually learn anything or work. It's also mobile nowadays as long as you have stable internet, right? Or data sa phone nyo. It is even possible to take webinar courses nga, di ba? Tsaka mga Zoom courses and attain a degree online talaga. Yung Harvard nga rin, nag-o-offer na ng course online eh. Di ba? Ibiruin mo yon. Even the Ivy League schools have gone online. Even the Ivy League schools have gone digital, right? So you can actually earn a degree just as any other student who's attending a class on campus. And such, in this connection nga, nowadays, ang ating learning is online dito sa Pilipinas. Pardon me. Nag-dry lang ako. Hindi COVID, just dryness from talking. Which is what I do most of the time, right? And of course, writing. Writing and talking are my two, almost 24/7 things that I do, okay? The impact of technology on education and on society is deep. Talaga naman, seriously. It is very, very deep yung effect ng technology sa education saka sa buhay natin. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's harmful, okay? The way you use technology to achieve a goal or complete a task results in either a positive or negative impact of technology. Na paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, technology is very useful, technology is very helpful, but you have to be the one to determine how technology works for you, right? So, like ako nga, My Buhay, tamang-tama talaga yung title ng show kong Buhay Online because my buhay is really dependent online because this is what I do. I've been, I'm online 24/7, as people can see from my profiles and all, because now my work is online. And now nga more than ever, like me, I have more work now than before the pandemic because everything I do is virtual. Of course, I miss the physical interaction with people, attending meetings and speaking live in front of people, teaching and also training. Pero because of technology nga, I'm able to do that online. I'm able to have this live stream program. I'm able to teach my students ESL. I'm able to do my webinars, right? And training with my team sa media whiteboard. And this is all because of technology, right? Besides these few aspects, technology has immensely influenced every possible aspect of our lives. Like I said, from business to school to studying to our personal lives, with the only goal of making our lives what? Easier, di ba? More comfortable and more enjoyable. And that's the most important thing. Kung ang technology magagamit mo para sa sarili mo sa mabuting way, hindi negative, right? And nasa sa tao nga yun. Kaya nga, yun nga lang talaga because may mga masasamang tao sa mundo that they used for their advantage, for their own gains, for their own selfish gains. Hi there, Jake. Thank you. Nice to see you this morning, Jake. Happy Monday to you, Jake. I hope you had a good weekend. Saan ka na naman nagpasyal, ha? Because I always see you going somewhere with your friends. Ano ba yun? Totoong real-time, ano ba yan? Current pictures or mga throwback gaya ng mga pinopost ko, ng mga travels ko na hindi ko magawa ngayon, right? But anyway, so Jake, thank you for joining me again, as always. Namimiss ko si Miss Angelica Paz na lagi dati sa ating sumasama. But anyway, so, oh, yeah pala, birthday greetings are in order. Happy birthday to Si President Erap's birthday is today. Okay? And also, ah, sino pa ba ang may birthday? My goodness. Sino pa may birthday today? Mamaya na lang kung naalala ko, nakalimutan ko. But I posted it already on my Facebook kanina. But too many things going on in my mind talaga. Now it escaped me kung sino pa ang may birthday today. Ay, ay, ay. Happy birthday, okay, Senator Eric. Tsaka get well soon. Because, di ba, he had COVID and recovered from it. But uh, he, he was put back into ICU, I think kahapon. But in the non-COVID area. Alright? But anyway, so happy birthday. Uh, so Jake, you're in Pangasinan po? Okay. Tsaka, di ba taga-ano ka, Nueva Ecija ba? Where are you from? But you're always traveling somewhere. Mag-ingat ha. Mag-ingat sa pagbabiyahe-biyahe. Okay? So, yeah. Kasi, technology existed before the humankind and has improved our lives positively and negatively. The reason was to change and improve people's lives, di ba? And it makes it more enjoyable for us. Kaya nag-proliferate yung technology. The, there's ways that technology has impacted our lives, and yan ang tatalakayan natin this whole week kung paano tayo naapektuhan ng technology in different aspects of our lives. Okay? So, ngayon, sinabi natin yung positive impacts ng technology. Okay? Ngayon, negative naman. Overview muna ng positive tsaka negative. Tapos isa-isahin natin yung aspects ng buhay natin na apektado talaga ng technology. Okay? Okay. Negative impacts of technology. Well, today's families are completely different from the ones from nung unang panahon, syempre. The impact of technology sa 21st century families is bending the whole concept of parenthood. Uy, totoo yan talaga. Nacha-challenge talaga ang parenthood dahil sa teknolohiya. With many parents today dependent on technology to make their lives faster and more convenient, their children are also turning into tech addicts at a very young age. Totoo naman, di ba? Yes, Jake. It's a big topic. Totoo naman kasi, di ba? Nowadays, baby pa lang, anong tinitignan? Tablet. Tapos doon na sila ng mga nursery rhymes and all. Tsaka para wag malikot yung bata, babatuhan na lang ng tablet or lalagyan na lang ng ganyan para yun ang tignan or yung cellphone nila papahiram sa bata. Pero yun na nga, yung human interaction na apektuhan din nun. The personal care sa mga anak, right? Tsaka yun, yung pag-aaral online, actually, na-infringe yung responsibility sa mga magulang, right? Diba, Jake? Naapektuhan ng parenthood talaga ng technology. Okay? With many parents dependent on technology to make life easier, yung mga pati anak nila naging tech addicts. Ako talaga, I guess I'm guilty of that because my son grew up around gadgets. My son had his first cell phone when he was 7. Because nga, diba, I was Techie Mommy, my column in Manila Bulletin was Techie Mommy Talks by Me. And I was reviewing gadgets, I was reviewing cellphone, bawat labas ng cellphone. I even have the very first iPhone sa Philippines. I even have the unit here. Because ako nag-review yan. Actually, I have it here. Let me show. Here it is. Here, this was the very first iPhone sa Philippines. Ako nag-review yan. Tara! And then, pinasa ko yan sa anak ko when he was young. So, a lot of that talaga, I was reviewing. Ito yata yun. Ito yata yung very first iPhone. So, anyway, so I was reviewing gadgets. So, my son grew up around that. Pero ngayon, Diyos ko, yung anak ko, hindi mo yan mahila away from the computer. And he's taking information systems, no? Sa Ateneo. And nagbubuo na siya ng computer. Pero yun na nga, totoo yan. Because of that, yung dependence natin sa technology, our kids turn into technology monsters or addicts too. Sorry. Yep, at a very young age, ayan, my son naging guilty of that. Technology kasi now is now their favorite way of playing, and though their parents probably know that it's a way to limit their creativity and wild imagination, they'd rather not see them crying kasi, di ba? Kaysa magulo yung baby mo, yung anak mo, or nagwa-whine dyan, ikaw nagtatrabaho, yun, babatuhan mo na lang ng gadget para tumahimik, right? And giving them what they want, then letting them cry for a while, and raising a creative child who can turn out to be you know, iba-iba talaga. Mahirap, hinahope mo na lang na maging genius yung anak mo paglaki nito, technological genius, which yung aking anak is turning out to be that way. He's a techie son, techie mommy and techie son. We were featured nga sa show ni Balitang Kenny Corina. Naalala ko pa, June 7, 2000, is that 2012 or something, when we were featured there. Techie mommy and techie son, my son, because bata pa nga yung anak ko talaga, techie na eh. Naalala ko nung I think he was 7, pag uwi ko sa bahay na binuklat niya yung cellphone, inaayos niya, whatever. Basta mahilig magkuting-ting anak ko, techie. Tapos nga, so, and when the time, kunyari, for school comes, children enter school with lack of self-regulation and attention skills to eventually become a problem for the teachers. So, yun na nga yun. Yung attention span ng mga bata, medyo lalong na kasi masyadong sa gadgets tsaka sa internet. So, kaya nga mga ibang eskwela, di ba, bawal dali ng cellphone sa eskwela. Tama lang kasi talaga, nakaka-distract talaga. The 4 necessary factors of proper child's development are, di ba, human connection, exposure to nature, touch and movement. Well, technology is not included dyan sa proper development ng bata. But it surely is an obstacle for children to experience those 4 things. Talaga naman, kasi para maging well-rounded ang anak mo, dapat talaga merong human connection. Yun na nga, yung sa magulang, hindi mo kailangan iasa sa gadget yung pagpapalaki sa anak nyo, no? Tsaka yun na nga, ma-expose sa nature, lumabas. Yung anak ko, my gosh, hindi na naaarawan dahil nakakulong sa kwarto. Yan, and I'm guilty of that na. That's why, when I can, right, when I take him on my trips, I take him to go outside. Pero kahapon na pumunta kami sa baryo, hindi sumama yung anak ko, hindi naarawan. Wala, mas gusto mong matulog sa bahay kasi maaga kami umalis kasi nga puyat ng kaka-internet ng gabi, kaka-chat and kakalaro ng video games, which he can only do pag weekends because through the week, of course, he has to study and study online, right? Pero yun din mahirap mong ma-control as a parent, no, na nabigyan ng responsibilidad to monitor your kids studying from home and online. Hindi ko naman pwedeng idikit yung mukha ko sa computer niya at i-check if he's studying every day and all throughout the day pag may klase siya. So, it's really hard. Kaya, it's an issue also. It's one of the disadvantages of technology. Yung nagkikreate ng mga addictions like social media addiction, video game addiction. It's an obstacle for children to experience those aspects of child development there. And don't get me started on the violence that's present sa mga video games, ha. Yun talaga, yung mga ibang video games talaga kasi so bloody and gory. Pero yung anak ko, alam na niya kung ano yung hindi niya dapat gawin at gawin. Right? Yun na lang, guidance rin kailangan. Tapos sa negosyo, right? Why should you have a strong connection in your business? Well, the young and undeveloped bodies and minds of children are not ready to handle such high levels of stress and adrenaline. They can't even recognize if it's real or not. Kaya, misuse of technology can expose children to a variety of safety and privacy risks. Yun na nga, yung kinuwento ko, yung mga child predators online, yung mga cyber criminals na kasama na yung mga child molesters and mga deviants. Diba? Yan, mahirap natin mag-protect yung mga anak natin unless we just keep tutukan natin or lagyan nga ng mga mga security yung kanilang mga tablets. Para sa maliliit na bata, pwede yun. Pero kung ang anak mo, yun na nga, parang yung anak ko na genius na, ano pa, marunong na nga mag-hack yun eh. Hindi ko na rin maawat kung ano yung pwede niyang tignan. You can only do so much and just keep reminding him and talking to him about what he should not do online, what and where he should not go, or what he should not see or even experience. Okay, children who use tech gadgets connected on the internet are very likely to unknowingly share information that is not to be shared. At saka yan nga, it can put themselves in danger, right? So yun na yun, pinag-usapan natin. Hello there, Miss Delia Tenorio Balmores. Thank you. You are here joining us from Dublin, Ireland. Thank you. Welcome to the show, Miss Delia. Thank you. Napag-usapan pa lang po natin how technology has impacted our lives, the good and bad things, no? Pinapag-usapan lang natin. You know, yun na nga yung technology kasi, yung effect nito sa mga children na nagiging masyado addicted na rin sa video games or surfing on site, yan ang problema, di ba? We still have to watch out for that. Misuse of the technology kasi can expose our children to those risks. In a significant percentage of online yung mga sex crimes against children, sex offenders using social networks to get information on their victims. Kaya, di ba, yung sinabi natin sa mga past lessons natin or past talks, we have to watch out what information we give out online to other people. Yun na nga, huwag ka na magbigay ng personal information. Yung mga bata that are studying online or ginagamit ng internet kasi kailangan sila mag-aral, you know, they are the unknowing victims of such predators and such sexual deviants or these cyber criminals, right? That's why, kasi these offenders use social networks to get information on their victims para ilure sila or i-attempt silang gumawa ng mga kaano-anong kalokohan at nilang crimes. Another important aspect that needs to be addressed is the possible health threats from, di ba? Yun yung sa mental at saka sa physical health ng mga tao, yung paggamit ng internet or pag-stay on the internet so much. You know, is it possible to suffer health, yung health mo mag-suffer sa being on the internet? Yes, of course. It's easy to get lost in a sea of information and social networking and get stuck on a chair. And then, kasi ba, kagaya ko talaga, kasi I had a knee injury. I had a knee injury almost 3 years ago that has left me to be really affected. But now, and now, yun na nga, being online, sitting online for hours, na ko, it gives me back problems, tsaka namamaga yung tuhod ko. And ayan, yan ang health threat, di ba? Kasi pati yung pag-daily gamit ng smartphones, ng laptops, computers, or other gadgets is easy to get lost, di ba? Yung sa yung iba nanonood, of course, ng mga Netflix online. Pero yun, yung hours na spend mo, yung mata mo, masisira, right? So, Jake, talaga nakaka-relate ka, Jake, right? Diba? Because talaga naman, social life, personal life, study life, Jake, diba? Affected ng technology. Nasa sa atin na yun how it can affect us in a good or bad way. Kasi as a parent, di na nga, na-affectahan din ng mga parents itong technology. Hindi naman namin pwedeng bantayan yung mga anak namin 24/7, right? So, kaya nga, Jake, kayo as responsible, na rin, nasa sa inyo na yun. Kung paano mo i-curtail yung time mo to spend surfing or chatting online and at the same time researching and working, right? So, it really depends. Yun na lang nga, proper guidance as a magulang, paalala palagi sa mga anak natin na, you know, or yun na nga, i-curtail natin yung oras online. Pero Diyos ko, kung anak mo, 19 years old na, hindi na siya teenager, alam na niya yung niya, meron na siyang sariling wisyo, Nasa sa kanya na talaga yun. Para niya i-manage yung time niya. Right? Tsaka yun, yung posture kapag upo, all day long, yung mga nagtatrabaho from home. Right? That's why ngayon, lumakas ang benta ng mga office chairs or the proper chairs, the proper table, the proper ergonomic setup mo kailangan sa bahay para makapagtrabaho ka online and work from home online. Yun, yan doon na-apektuhan ng health in a way ng technology. Okay? Sitting for a long period on a daily basis can impact pa your blood circulation. Isipin niyo yan, ha? Your back, diba? Tsaka yan, you're very likely to gain weight pag nakaupo ka palagi. Ako yan. Ayun ang nangyari talaga. Tsaka, of course, you can avoid all this by taking frequent breaks off the screen. Tumayo kayo. Yun nga, sabi nila 5 minutes per hour daw, look away from the screen. O kaya, of course, take a break, lumakad-lakad ka rin para yung blood circulation mo sa paa. In my case, talaga, pag ako nakaupo all day, namamaga talaga yung tuhod ko na merong nagkaroon ng procedure. Kasi I had a meniscus tear, very bad meniscus tear when I fell or nadulas ako sa hagdanan sa dati kong project na work ko. And that caused me a procedure that they did na hindi na kasi pwedeng tumubo ulit yung ligaments eh. So, mabuti pa kung napilay ako, pwede lagyan ng bakal. But now, wala na siyang elasticity yung left leg ko. So, nagbo-bone to bone. So, anyway, sumasakit siya ng mga especially when I sit for hours. I have to stand up and walk around so that the blood circulates. Yan din ang kailangan gawin ng mga taong nag-aaral or nagtatrabaho online, right? Of course, you can avoid all of this by taking up breaks, stretch and walk around and exercise before or after work or during work, in between working. You can do that. Technology has largely changed the way we live by making everything faster and easier. Okay? Advice ko lang, no, would not be to cut yourself off using technology. Hindi naman kailangan tumigil gamitin ng technology. Pero, ang kailangan mo lang gawin, as in anything, do it in moderation, di ba? Kailangan marunong tayo magsabing, pahinga naman, tama naman, tigil naman, huwag na tayo masyadong, kasi iba talaga. Yun din yung mga surfing addicts talaga. Dito ka na nag-aaral, dito na nagbabasa, lahat na lang, tinitignan mo online all day long ka. Tama. O si Jake daw, nalilipasan pa ng gutom. Yan, sa kaka-internet. Yun na nga. Yung iba nalilipasan ng gutom, yung iba naman na nagtatrabaho from home or nag-aaral, tumataba kasi kain din ng kain. Baliktad naman. Yung iba, lahat na ng junk nandiyan dyan sa tabi. Jake, para kaya nakakataba. Ikaw naman nalilipasan ng gutom. Totoo yan. Yung ibang nag-video games, I remember before sa Korea, merong couple na namatay, kakalaro online, hindi sila kumakain, hindi na naliligo. Yun pa, yung hygiene na apektuhan, right? Ay, nako. Technology has really changed the way we live, right? It's really impacted our lives in such a way. Whether you're a kid, a teenager, or a parent, you should never think twice to rely on technology anytime you think you need to, right? And it might help you handle a task, solve a problem, study, but it doesn't mean na pwede ka nang maging dependent doon totally, or you should have your Wi-Fi on 24/7 and have your eyes fixed on the screen all the time. Diba? Talaga naman, truth be told, talaga ang ibang tao anong gagawin? Matutulog, bago matulog, check muna Facebook or manonood ng Netflix, tapos papatayan. Pagkagising sa umaga, yun, check na kaagad yung Facebook. Or of course, sa trabaho, check mo yung email mo kasi lahat naman pwede mag-multitask. Pero yun na nga, naging dependent na tayo sa internet, online, sa Wi-Fi, that our eyes are almost fixated on it almost all the time, right? Sabi sa'yo, nung araw, of course, nung wala pang pandemya, nakakapagsimba, meron akong friend na yung cellphone, lagi nakadikit sa sarili, tapos nagsisimba kami, nilagay lang niya yung phone niya doon sa ito yung pew, yung nagayan doon sa simbahan. Tapos nag-aama namin, bigla na lang nagbabibrate ang telepono, nakapikit pero nagbabibrate, hindi matiis, titingnan pa rin yung message. Yun, addicted ka na masyado nun sa sa internet, sa mga gadgets mo, sa technology, right? Na hindi ka makatiis na hindi magbasa ng message. And nowadays, what do you see, right? People in parties, whatever, are all holding their cell phones. Ngayon kahapon kami, di ba? Well, kasalanan ko rin, ang guilty ako bago kumain, pipicturean mo yung pagkain, isushoot mo muna all around you, bago ka kumain, tsaka hindi kayo nagkakwentuhan kasi nagte-text. Pero yesterday kami, we did away with all our gadgets and we just left it all on one side para makapagkwentuhan kami at pag-usap-usap. Kasi nakakairita talaga rin yung may party, imbis na ang kwentuhan, lalo na yung mga kabataan, lahat naka-internet, right? Lahat nakadikit ang mukha sa tablet, sa cellphone. So, it really depends on you, how you can curtail that, how you can control that and maintain, or at the same time, use your time wisely on the internet. Kasi, only when you know the potential risks and can you try to minimize them, okay? You can say, kung kaya mo yung i-control, yung time na na-spend mo sa internet, online, kung kaya mong sabihin sa anak ko rin, ituro na dapat na ayusin yung time niya or schedule, only when you know how to minimize those risks, then you can say that technology is impacting your life in a good way, right? Pero kung nawawalan ka na ng nakakatulog ka na sa desk, sa sa laptop mo, that's happened to me before, pero naman because of work, that's trabaho, not because of chika-chikang nagchat-chat ka or naglalaro ka ng video games. Ako nakakatulugan ko minsan yung pag nagre-research ako, right, before I know it, or in between my teaching, in between my writing, sometimes sasandal ako para magpahinga. Pagpikit ko, yikes! Pagtingin ko, oh my gosh, an hour or so has passed, nakatulog pala ako while working. So you just have to control your time. You have to know what you have to watch out for, right? So, yun ang importante, right? Kasi nga, di ba, this technological revolution has brought about maraming things, right? That are helpful sa atin. Like I said, the use of the internet is growing at a very fast rate with each passing day, right? The internet literally links more than 700 million people from all over the world. This technology is without doubt, diba, mga state of the art and has served greatly better the way we're supposed to live. And to the truth be told naman talaga, accepted naman talaga ang fact na nakatulong ng malaki sa ating buhay ang technology. Lalo lang ngayon sa period ng pandemya, right? Isipin nyo na lang kung walang internet, kung wala tayong social media para makahingi tayo, makakuha tayo ng moral support from crowdsourcing, di ba? Because in a good way, magamit natin itong technology as support for each other, to lift up each other's spirits in this pandemic, right? And of course, to have more opportunities and new opportunities for work and livelihood. Yan ang magandang bagay na nadudulot ng technology dito sa pandemic natin ngayon. Yan ang pinag-usapan natin this past week. Kasi nga, of course, talaga naman, there's no doubt that it has improved our lives, right? It has made us communicate better, and also yung educational aspect. Na kung hindi dahil sa technology, yan, sarado na nga yung mga eskwela natin face-to-face kasi ina-avoid yung ating mga kabataan na magkasakit. Pero yan, because of technology, our kids are able to go to school in this pandemic. Okay? Kasi nga, we are able to get information and we are able to get help. We are able to facilitate things online because of technology. It has made education easily available to each and every person too. It has also made improvisations in some ways yung mga face-to-face dealings natin, medyo in-improvise, in-improve, at nadala online through technology. So in that way, mabuti ang impact na nadulot sa atin ng technology. Okay? More on how technology has impacted our lives sa iba't ibang aspect. Papag-usapan natin yan tomorrow at sa coming days, right? So today, I just gave you an overview of how technology has evolved and how we've been using technology, forever, di ba? Hindi naman bago ang technology talaga because the technology has been there for a long time, right? Kagaya nga sinabi ko, nag-umpisa pa yan sa telepono, sa pag-imbento ng light bulb, pag-imbento ng ng telepono, right? Lifestyle changes that happened after this technology. Well, pinag-usapan din natin yan. Technology has a positive and negative impact on our daily lives. Today, we live more appearance-filled. We live a more appearance-filled life. The craze and disadvantages of taking selfies, diba, in risky areas, yan, isa yan sa mga, basta, pag-selfie, or sasali sa mga social media, good and bad din ang effects niyan. But, at the end of the day, right, you have to self-examine and tell yourselves, how is technology, is already affecting me in a good or bad way? Syempre, ang gusto natin only good, right? So we will talk about how it's impacted different aspects of our lives in the next coming days. And today, yun ang pinag-usapan na natin, how it has changed our lives or how technology has evolved through the years in a broad way. Overview lang muna tayo today. Okay? So, bukas, papag-usapan pa rin natin ulit yung iba-ibang aspeto ng buhay natin na naapektuhan ng technology. Thank you so much for those people who joined me today. Maraming salamat. Happy Monday, everyone. Okay? We look forward to a productive and fruitful week ahead of us. And happy birthday ulit kay Tita Pri. Happy birthday sa Pangulong Erap. Yes, and you too, Jake. Have a nice day, Jake. Thank you. And mag-ingat ka dyan sa Pangasinan, all right? And thank you again, JR, for coming to the show today. And of course, ang mga Lakap family who is always supportive. Maraming salamat. And of course, my Bautista family. Thank you so much for joining me today. And bukas ulit po, syempre, Monday to Friday, ang Buhay Online. And don't forget to keep the faith, hope, and love in our hearts. And of course, itong atong situation natin to, be mindful of other people, be kind, right? Thank you. Kita-kita po tayo ulit bukas. Have a nice day, Jake. Okay, thank you. And Miss Delia from Dublin, Ireland, salamat for coming to the show. And more on our topic of technology and how it's impacting our lives and then the many aspects that it affects tomorrow. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone. And faith, hope, and love. Thank you.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.
I heart you too. Thank you sa maraming hearts. Thank you.